Let's make a panda out of paper. I'm going to show you the step-by-step process, and since so many of you asked, I'm going to show you exactly how I invent paper toys from scratch. Because basically it doesn't matter if I'm making them for Disney, or for Scholastic, Google, Namco Bandai, or even my free downloadables from Kooky Craftables. The process for inventing them is pretty much the same. Let's get started, and you can see by these construction sheets I'm not quite done. See, I need a photograph right here, so let's build this panda, take some photos, and finish this project. I like to cut the page that has the pieces on it into easy to handle chunks, so then I can go back and do my fine-tuned trimming. With my Kooky Craftables, my intention is to make paper toys that are really easy to make. So you can forget those craft projects that take about 15 hours to make and build this panda in about 15 minutes. You're going to cut out a foreground piece and this background piece, and a couple of ears and some arms, and the heart. You can't forget the heart. Okay, we're going to set the scissors aside for now and clean up our workspace, and we need to make some folds on these dotted lines. And a really easy way to make folds is this secret. You can use a ruler and the rounded edge of a paperclip. Just lay the ruler down on the dotted line and pull that paperclip across the dotted line, and it produces a score, which really makes it easy to make these folds exactly where you want them to be. This takes all the stress out of producing your folds, and I use this technique all the time when I'm inventing. Okay, time for glue. I like to use the Elmer's washable school glue. It's purple, and so you can see exactly where you've applied it. And then this foreground piece will be shaped into a really unusual irregular polygon, and I spent a lot of time getting this shape just right, and it's the basis of a lot of the Kooky Craftables characters that I've made. The background piece is formed the same way, except it has these really cool glue zones, and this is like a Papercraft puzzle. Take your glue and stick each piece into place by aligning the words. We'll add its arms and its ears, and your panda needs a heart so it can really come to life. So let's add some glue and put that into place. Nice. Now we'll just add a whole mess of glue to the interior of the paper toy and stick the two halves together, and our panda can come to life. So, smile for the camera. Let's take some pictures of the panda and import it right into place so that you guys can download this project and build it for yourself. Here we go. But as I said at the beginning of this video, let's talk about my process for inventing things like this. It starts with the paper. Make shapes. Take that paper and make 3D shapes any way you can. Fold it, glue it, tape it, I don't care. You're gonna get those shapes, and you're going to then flatten them back out and redraw them with the computer. I like to use Adobe Illustrator, and this is a vector-based illustration program because the points and lines that you draw, you can continue to move around. And you're going to do that a lot when you're inventing paper toys because the shapes aren't going to come together quite right. Here's a little blank mock-up that I made, and you can see I'm testing out some little pencil illustrations and putting in some ears and seeing how they look. Oh, here's the panda. It doesn't quite look right yet, but it's a little pencil sketch, and this showed me how I needed to position the ears to make him look more panda-like. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so then we go back to Adobe Illustrator, and here is where I was testing out lots of character styles and expressions, trying to figure out who this panda was going to be. If you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you saw these tests, and I was asking for votes, and this helps me form the story of a character. Because if you're building Boba Fett or Spider-Man or Grogu or Totoro, they already have a story. You don't need to tell their story, but when you're inventing one from scratch, you need to give the audience a reason to care about your character, a reason to build it and put it on their desk in the first place. So, this is the Positivity Panda. The Positivity Panda is a pleasant pal to have around. In exchange for a simple pat on the head, this panda is proven to provide your day with a positive charge. Having this paper toy powerhouse by your side is always a plus. So as you can see, story makes a difference, and story is key. When you're inventing paper toys or characters in books or comics, make your audience fall in love with your original design. It's awesome. So I know I covered a lot of stuff in this video, and if you have any other questions, ask it in the comments. I will respond. You don't believe me? Test me.